Hey everyone, this is Ryder from Skip. It's Thursday, October 1st. I have a very quick update on the latest stimulus negotiations between the Democrats and the Republicans, where we're at there. I'm going to also give you a quick update on the stimulus giveaway that we've promised to announce. I'm going to pick the winners today, but I will announce them in a video tomorrow. So everyone tuning in to hear if they've won $500 grants from us. Again, all subscribers of this channel who've watched this video above are eligible. I will leave a link in the description as well. But tomorrow we will announce the $500 grant winners. I'm really excited about this. We'll be able to at least help several people. But more importantly, let's talk about the stimulus package. This is the real money. Nancy Pelosi and Steve Mnuchin talked this morning. They're talking this afternoon. The talks this morning apparently did not go that well. They are still far apart. We've heard this many times. I'm going to give you important key differences between the Democrats' HEROES Act passage and the Republican package and proposal in this video. I'm going to give a quick unemployment update and a quick news update. Thanks for tuning in as always and supporting us by subscribing. So today, Speaker Nancy Pelosi refused to rule out the chance of reaching an agreement with Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. He is the negotiator on the Republican side. She says, we're hopeful that we can reach an agreement because the needs of the American people are great. I mean, this is what she said in August and in July. What's more important is their conversations. Okay, so the Democrats have put together a $2.2 trillion HEROES Act that is down from the $3.4 trillion HEROES Act that they passed 4 months ago. By the way, to raise awareness to the importance of this package, I spent nearly 5 hours reading the entire HEROES Act. If you missed that video yesterday, just click on it to support that effort. It was exhausting, frankly. You'll see how far I got. But I spent a lot of time reading it, and one of the things that became apparent reading through it, number one, thanks for all the people that commented that they actually watched it. I can't believe that you actually watched it. Don't expect people to. But number two, there is so much in this bill. We generally just see the summary of items when we talk about stimulus checks, unemployment, support for education, support for childcare, support for PPP. But in all of that, there is so much, and it is incredibly surprising when you look in detail about what's embedded in there and the effort that it takes to put this together. Honestly, I don't think anyone in the country has read the entire HEROES Act. They have delegated out sections of it to many different people, but it is such a massive effort to put together a 2,156-page document for this plan. Republicans have countered with a $1.6 trillion plan. Here are the main areas where they differ. Democrats want extension of unemployment benefits, $600 a week. Republicans want it to only be $400 a week. Okay, that's one big gap. For state and local governments, Republicans have always wanted less for state and local governments. Democrats have come down from the first version of the HEROES Act. However, Republicans still want over $160 billion less for state and local governments. So that's a big sticking point. You know, if we cut that out and the unemployment, we're already under $2 trillion, so we're getting closer to the mark of the Republicans. In education, Republicans want $100 billion less for education. Again, in all of this, the devil is in the details. It's easy to blanket $100 billion here, $100 billion there. It's nuts when you look at what's appropriated under that $100 billion. It changes the course of history. It changes organizations. It changes history. Every single word in that document can make or break an educational institution or a business in the case of PPP funding. There is also $5 billion less for the post office in the Republicans' plan. You know, the House Appropriations keep trying to drum up support. They tweeted 15 minutes ago, kind of pushing the Senate to basically say, we must finally negotiate and pass a bill that protects our heroes, crushes the coronavirus, and puts money in people's pockets, right? So again, this is the 8 words to market a $2.2 trillion deal. My belief is that between 1.6 and 2.2, I get it. That's a lot of money. That's going to have a significant impact on companies, organizations, and individuals. However, let's just get something passed because we needed this passed yesterday. And you know, the reality is jobs are being cut as we speak. Of course, airlines announced today that they will furlough more than 30,000 workers. That's by United and American, the 2 biggest airlines in the U.S. Disney also said they will lay off 28,000 workers. Okay, that's huge. I mean, just add these up. We're already at 100,000 jobs. That's 100,000 people that will be seeking unemployment, that will need help, that will have trouble paying rent. But coming out of the negotiations, okay, Drew Hamill, Pelosi's deputy chief of staff, tweeted today that the two discussed further clarifications on amounts and language, but distance on key areas remain. I've just said that. Their conversation will continue this afternoon. It is probably taking place right now. Again, Republicans say it is up to Pelosi to counter the $1.6 trillion proposal Mnuchin put on the table Wednesday, which is hundreds of billions of dollars away from the 2.2. I already talked about the gap that exists, the several key areas that make up that difference. But the House goes on vacation tomorrow, so Pelosi does want to vote on it today, but basically they need to agree on what's in it. I mean, it's kind of nuts to see this, that we're talking about several $100 billion, and we have hours to negotiate it and agree on it. But I guess that's how anything really takes shape, kind of the last-minute nature of something that pushes you to actually reach an agreement. The question is, how bad do things need to get for lawmakers to take action? And by the way, if you do need help with anything else, you can go to helloskip.com/services. We have tons of free resources in terms of tracking stimulus, unemployment, EIDL grants and loans, seeing who got PPP loans in the first place, and our daily COVID updates, and so much more. We have dozens of services to help you with government-related stuff and information to give you peace of mind. But here's a quick look at the case count. We are holding relatively steady over the past few weeks, around 40,000 new cases per day. However, we have 23 states where infections are on the increase. Here's where they are. You can take a look. So that's not a good sign to see this. And of course, in Europe, cases are booming. And there's a lot of fear that, number one, virus count will continue to rise as we get into the fall and winter. And number two, that things will get worse, especially if we don't pass a stimulus. And number three, of course, general anxiety around the U.S. election. But in unemployment benefits, we had around 800,000 who filed last week. It's down from the week before. That's still very high. As you know, we have been above or around 1 million unemployment claims per week for 6 months. It's nuts. So, thanks for tuning into this quick update. Tomorrow, we're excited to share with you who has won $500 checks from us. No strings attached. The best news is we've decided today to continue this through October. We're going to donate all of our YouTube revenue to you in October. You have to be a subscriber and watch our videos to know what you need to do, if anything. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Thanks as always for supporting us. Stay well and stay healthy.